Yeah, let's drink some beer. Well, I don't drink no beer. You might have a little chug, but right now we're going to talk about getting bugged. Tomorrow night, the debate is going down. Yeah, one of them got to win, but how that sound? Which one do y'all think would take the crown? I don't really know, but I know I'm down to see how the debate's going to go, and I think tomorrow's going to be a heck of a show. But tonight we're going to talk about who might win. Yeah, we might do a little gambling, a little sin. But I don't know the truth, but we gonna find out the truth tomorrow. No beg, borrow, steal. I'm doing that is about to get real on ABC tomorrow night, around 8 and 9 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. Let's get it going, y'all. Yo, it's the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show, Power Monday, all up in your area. And tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show, we are talking about, who's going to win the debate tomorrow? Who is going to win the debate tomorrow? Tonight, we can debate over who is going to be the best in the debate tomorrow. Presidential debate. And this may be the most monumental, influential, and maybe the highest rated debate ever. It seems like the more time goes on, and it could be because multimedia, whatever, but it seems like each year or each election year, it seems like the stakes get higher and higher for the presidential bid for the United States, the office of the president of the United States. And but this one here is going to be super, super interesting because the first debate, as you all know or you remember, it was with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump pretty much owned him in that debate. It was ugly. It was nasty. It was woo. It was like woo. But this one is a little bit different. So tonight we're going to talk about tomorrow night. Everything that we talk about tonight is going to have everything to do with what goes on tomorrow night. So this is the Daily Go Get 'Emism. Daily Go Get 'Emism show. And we going to talk about a little or a lot. Yeah, a lot of material is what we got. Yeah, the content is flowing. I know and that y'all be down with this thing. And that's why we keep going each and every night. Yeah, I'ma come through. Do what I got to do. Me talk to you. And you can talk back 319-527-6199 and you can shine. You can call into the show. You know how it go. You know what we do and you know how we flow. And the flow is tight. Yeah, I'm good at right. We gonna get it right together. We gonna make sure there's leather. And that's how tough it's going to get tonight. Everything is going to be all right. So the presidential debate tomorrow. Like I said, the first presidential debate was in mid-June. And that was between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And Joe Biden pretty much got up there and laid an egg. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. It was actually very, very, very ugly. And it was the thing that changed the whole face of the election and got Joe Biden up out of there. Now, a lot of people believe that this was kind of the plan all along because many people didn't believe that Joe Biden could get the confidence of the voting public to follow him because of his age and because of his ability to be able to seem cognizant. Now, I didn't think anything was wrong with Joe Biden as far as him being coherent enough to be able to run the country. He actually did a monumental job. This administration. A lot of people don't know the job that he's done, but as far as the economy all around the world, like globally, worldwide, the United States is doing well. Personally, we're not doing well. Personally, because of inflation and things like that, it's hard to afford things, houses, food, clothing, recreation. Everything is just so high and near unaffordable. So it makes it look like he didn't do a good job, but all across the board, he's actually done some things that have been historic. But Joe Biden was out because of that first debate. People lost confidence in Joe Biden. What was left of the confidence that most people had in him left out the door after that first debate, and he was never able to get back on again. So, well, he was never able to get back that full confidence that he would be able to beat Trump. Now, many people believe that, like I said, this was the plan all along to get Joe Biden out of there, get Kamala Harris in there. And honestly, from me to you, I'm not so sure that Joe Biden wasn't actually involved in that plan. But that's a whole nother story. That's a conspiracy theory. It may even be a collusion theory. But nonetheless, he passed the torch to Kamala Harris, who a lot of people didn't think was a good candidate to try to run against Trump. I don't know who they thought would be good enough to run against Trump. I mean, for all that it's worth, whether you like Donald Trump or not, he is able to gain the confidence of his constituents and his voting public. He has fanatics. He has sycophants. He has loyal, extremely cult-like loyal following that go by his every word, and they definitely come through for him. So that's what we're dealing with. And I didn't think that Kamala Harris, me personally, I didn't think that Kamala Harris would be able to go up against somebody like Donald Trump, because Kamala Harris wasn't very popular at the time. Or was it that she was more popular or gaining popularity more than a lot of people knew? She definitely surprised me that first day that she was announced as the candidate running for president in place of Joe Biden. She raised all of this money, hundreds of millions of dollars. And the whole month of August, because this was in July, the whole month of August, she raised so much money. She raised so much money in August. I think she may have raised more money than any other candidate has ever. So this is getting a little crazy. So we're going to talk about who is going to win the debate tomorrow. Now, the other question that we may have to address is who wins tomorrow? If whoever wins tomorrow, do they win just the battle, or do they win the war? Do they win the presidency? Is the pathway, the gateway to victory in the White House, is it paved in the debate tomorrow? Will tomorrow make all the difference in the world? Will it turn the world on its heels? Will tomorrow be the thing and the day and the difference between I don't know, victory, glory, and history, or will it just be another debate? What do y'all think? Now, we can get into this thing. Y'all can call into the show. If you didn't know, you can call into the show. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby, on. Get your shine, baby, on. Get your shine, baby, on. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak. And then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Son 752, aka Omar, with the I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So, who's going to win the debate tomorrow? What do y'all think? What's up, my peoples? T Carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your sight. And Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's good? And Flight Video says history demonstrates debate don't matter scientifically. That's true. That is true. They say that debates never win elections. What I'm curious to know is how do they know that? And if debates don't influence an election or don't promote the win of an election, then why do they have them in the first place? What's the point? Why? I mean, if the debates are used in order to give the public, the voting public, a window to some of the attitudes, some of the policies, and give them a chance to know the candidates, then why wouldn't getting to know those candidates and getting to know their policies and getting to know their demeanor and their attitudes and the kind of candidate that they are, why wouldn't that influence them to vote? So how could that not influence an election? I mean, I think it's a valid question. I mean, we can get into it. We can get all the way into it. All right. SRS says, is that watch gold? No, not real gold. No, not this watch. Nah, it's not real gold. Flight Video. Okay, I already read that. Red Eagle says Trump will hands down, even though even you know that. He will win what hands down? And no, this is not a foregone conclusion. I don't know if Trump is going to win. I don't know if Trump is going to win anything. It's actually not looking good for him. He's not the Donald Trump that we all know. I can't say that we all know and love because I don't love him. I don't even like him. Never did. Before he was president, now, ever. I never liked him. But, you know, I do recognize his power. He has that. He definitely has power. Mongol TV says she is toast. Okay, we're going to see. Okay, all right, we got Trumpers in the house. All right, Join or Die Live says this is true, then begins to try. This says this is true, then begins to try to debunk it. I don't know what you mean. Red Eagle says she said policies won't change, but she doesn't even know what the policies even are. What are Trump's policies? Because I've seen her clearly detail her policies. I've never seen him detail a policy. I have never seen Trump, and trust me, I watch a lot of Trump. He never talks about policy. He makes a lot of jokes. He teases people. He changes people's names, and you know he does a lot of call and response to the audience. He's like a rally specialist, like sort of like a coach, you know, a drill team or something like that. But he doesn't talk about policy. Now, if somebody can tell me Trump's policy, I invite y'all to call in. Y'all can call into this show, 319-527-6199. What I'm curious to know is if you can tell me Trump's policy, where did you hear it? Because he doesn't say it. He does not talk about policy. So I'm curious. Now, I've heard people talk about his policies or say that I really like his policies. And then when you ask them what the policies are, they be stumped. Well, you know, like I know that like his stance on abortion. And I'm like, so what is his stance on abortion? Well, he got Roe versus Wade reversed. Did he? Was that his policy? Was it? People don't really know. You know what I mean? I get it, though. I get it. Flight Video says the debate will matter more because there will only be one. That's not necessarily true. Words by Asti says Harris says she has been preparing. Well, she's already prepared. Like she was a prosecutor. Like who debates better and is better at cross-examination than a prosecutor? Like, do y'all understand what prosecutors do? No convicted criminals here. Okay. All right, cool. Shelby Hambright says Trump 24. Okay, that's what's up. Trump baby. Jessica Martinez says this guy has predicted the last 10 elections. He's 10 for 10. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Sakagawe, read Trump's website. I'd rather not. Just tell me. Tell me. Y'all can call in. 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. And what Trump website? He has a website? Or you talking about True Social? You talking about True Social? Like, I hope you're not talking about True Social. I hope you're not. You're probably talking about True Social because I haven't heard about any Trump website. Carlos De Niro says Trump and Vance will do what Pence couldn't. Oh, wait. Trump and Vance will do what Pence wouldn't come 2028 if he wins come 2028. He is a gaslighter. Interesting. Flight Video says Trump wants tariffs. This will cause massive inflation. He keeps talking about tariffs. You know, that's his foreign policy, tariffs. We're gonna heavily tax goods and services coming into the United States. So we tariffs against China, tariffs against whoever. I'm like, and that's your answer? So I understand that's what he wants to do in order to reduce the debt. The thing is, when he was president, he raised the debt more than any other. People say they love Trump because he's a businessman, and so he's qualified to run the United States as a business. But he spent more than any other president ever. I mean, listen, don't take my word for it. Look it up. This is on the books. He raised the national debt more than any other president. Like, he's uncontested when it comes to that. So what we doing? Like, I don't know what y'all be listening to, reading, whatever, but what we doing? So I'm sure that's going to come up tomorrow. Like, yo, you talking all this shit about what you going to do to reduce the debt, but you're the one who made it high. Like, what's Kamala's policy? Well, what's her policy on what? Because we know her policy on immigration. We know her policy on healthcare. We know her policy on Roe versus Wade, or should I say abortion. We know her her policies. I mean, there's no question. There's no debate in that regard. And I mean, outline the policy, like actually talk about a plan. Hey, did any of y'all see? Yo, did any of y'all see Donald Trump's did y'all see when he was asked about childcare? Oh, that shit was beautiful. Like, did y'all see when he was asked about his policy? They asked him specifically, what would he do? What would he do concerning childcare? Did y'all see that shit? That shit was interesting to say the least. I'm wondering if I can play it without messing up, without I don't want them to try to flag me. But I thought it was the most interesting thing because Donald Trump never really answers direct questions, and he really dropped the ball on this. But his policy, they asked him, what would you do specifically about childcare? Because so many Americans have to pay for childcare. It's really fucking their pockets up. It's more expensive than rent. It's more expensive than car notes, mortgages, and all of that kind of shit. And it really is. Anybody out here who pays for childcare out of their pocket knows, like, yo, you need an extra job just for childcare. You know, we talking about $300-400 a week. How much do you make where you can give out 300-400 a week. That's way more than most people's card notes. If you talking about 4 weeks, 4 weeks at 300, that's 1,200. Who has a $1,200 card note out here? I'm sure some people do, but that's a hell of a card note, and you pushing a hell of a ride for 1,200. Fuck it. Shit. All right, I want y'all to see. What he said when it came to childcare. His specifics. That shit was awesome. All right. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, here we go.
Rent is hurting families, but the real cost that's breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare. Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $122 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families of young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. I was somebody, we had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue, but I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because look, childcare is childcare. There's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including childcare, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time, coupled with the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all of the other things that are going on in our country, because I have to stay with childcare. I want to stay with childcare, but those numbers are small relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth, but growth also headed up by what the plan is that I just told you about. We're going to be getting trillions of dollars, and as much as childcare is talked about as being expensive, it's relatively speaking not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people, but we're going to take care of our country first. This is about America first. It's about make America great again. We have to do it because right now we're a failing nation. So we'll take care of it. Thank you. Very good question. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
I don't know what y'all heard. She asked him, what would he do specifically about childcare? And he started talking about, he said, my favorite part is when he says childcare is childcare. He said,
delivered meaningful
change. Hold on.
Childcare affordable.
Marco Rubio and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue, but I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because look, childcare is childcare. There's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But with childcare, the numbers that I'm talking about, that because look, childcare is childcare. There's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because look, childcare is childcare. There's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about.
That shit is the illest. Yeah. I ain't never heard of shit like that in my life. I swear to God, I ain't never, ever heard no shit like that in my life. That's what she asked. She asked him specifically, what would he do? He said, well, childcare is childcare. I was talking to, Marco Rubio and Ivanka. I was talking about that with them. And, because childcare is childcare, it's an important issue. We got to have it in this country. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these tariffs and we're going to have so much money, y'all ain't going to be worried about childcare. That's what he said. Like, you think childcare is expensive? That ain't going to be nothing, man, because we're going to have so much money in this country that, you ain't going to be worried about it. Like the money that's coming from the tariffs is going into your bank account and somehow going to change the number on your paycheck or something like that. This is amazing. So I'm sure that he'll have a better response tomorrow during the debate, because I don't think you could do worse than that. I don't think that it's possible that you could do worse than with that. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. Said sounds better than Kamala's fake laugh. That sounded better than. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. And that's what Donald Trump has. He has loyalty, regardless of how stupid he sounds, no matter about the dumb things that he does, no matter how much trouble he gets in. They only see him. Like, I've never really seen anything like this before. Not since Jim Jones or Hitler. I've never seen anything like this before. Like, to his followers, he is flawless. And I've never seen a man more flawed that's being pushed as being flawless. But hey, it is what it is. I'm sure that he'll have a better answer about childcare tomorrow, because I'm sure that had to be practice. I have never seen anybody, like when you were in school, some of y'all may still be in school, but if you ever been in a class and you were called up to the blackboard to maybe do a math problem and you didn't know how to do it, and so you were just up there like, first you take the 4 and you add 4 plus, oh wait, you got to do what's in parentheses first. Okay, so 4A, the product of 4A, product means that's like times tables, right? Yeah, product means time tables. Okay, so the product, like, you don't know what the fuck you doing. That shit is amazing. That's basically what he did. And at the end of that shit, they cheered for him because he said, we're going to make America great again. Motherfucker, how about you? Why don't you answer what you would do about childcare? Like the lady asked you. And he had the nerve to say that was a very good question. He thought he got through that shit. But just like if your child was playing a tree, a plant, or a rock in the school play, you would be like, oh my God, yes. Oh, yes. Or if they were the last chair, in the orchestra ensemble, and you said, I only heard you. This shit is great, man. This shit is crazy. Childcare is up to the parents. Don't be dumb. Childcare is up to the parents. You're right. But the price of childcare is not up to the parents. So if you say the childcare is up to the parents, But you want to say that the price of gas is up to the president, right? You want to say that the price of food is up to the president. Why can't food and gas be up to the parents too? Why can't it just be up to the working individual? Either you can afford it or you can't. And the government don't have nothing to do with that shit. It's private business. It's private business, right? See, what you don't understand, since it's up to the parents, is that you can subsidize childcare. You can cap it. The government can step in and ease the pain of childcare, just like they do healthcare. So whereas they get with the insurance companies, so they're receiving government assistance, so they can bring a cheaper price to you. They can do the same thing with childcare. So yeah, it's up to the. You must not have children, and if you have children, you must not need childcare. Speaking of childcare and children, JD Vance's, should I get that one too? JD Vance's answer to the question was, maybe grandma and grandpa can help out. Blew the roof off of that with that one. Maybe grandma and grandpa can help out. Like they was already doing that, dickhead. What if grandma and grandpa no longer there? Or aunties and uncles or any of that? Like, but these are the things we're going to see tomorrow. These are the things we're going to see tomorrow. We'll see. Will he be ready? He may, and he may not be. Ye old rooster. Why should me as a taxpayer pay to support your kid? Nobody's asking you to support anybody's child. We're talking child care is a part of the economy, just like gas, just like food. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Nobody paying for your child. I don't know. That's just not a well thought out response. If I can't afford kids, wait a while. Who said you couldn't afford kids? And we got some density going on here. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Have you ever bought a car or a house where it might have been difficult for you to make the payment? I'm sure that somebody here has bought something that may have been a little easier to pay for when they first got it, but as time went on, it became more expensive. Like if you buy a car, maybe your car note is only, I don't know, $300, $400, $500 or something a month. Maybe you make $4,500 a month, so it's not a hardship for you. But as the car gets older, well, first of all, you got to pay for gas, and maybe you have a car that only takes premium gas. I have two that only take three. I have three vehicles that only take premium gas. So while everybody is enjoying the cheap prices of regular, I can't buy regular. Okay, so I wanted three vehicles. Okay, I got to eat that. Three premium gas guzzling vehicles. Okay, well, Lexus is actually a hybrid, so it actually does a good job. But nonetheless, repairs, routine maintenance, even just registering your car every year and inspecting your car every year. Things turn up. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you got sick and couldn't work for a while. You know, anything can happen where you may need some help. So where paying for something may have been easy when you first did it, but maybe it got harder as time went on. Let me see. Johnny Shapula says you can't say what Harris is for. She won't allow tough questions. She's going to get destroyed. She's going to get destroyed in the debate, and they will give her the questions ahead of time. So I don't know what y'all watching, because I've never seen Donald Trump answer a direct question. I played that video for y'all, And y'all see that he didn't know the answer. He didn't fucking have an answer. He didn't have an answer. I haven't seen Kamala Harris not have an answer. I mean, she was a prosecutor. She has to have answers. You have to have evidence, discovery, things like that. But I know y'all don't understand that shit. A says nothing cheap about regular gas, but it was under Trump. Y'all living in a fantasy world. Y'all thinking about when gas was cheap under Trump. Y'all thinking about 2020 when nobody was on the road and it was during the pandemic and they lowered the price of gas just to try to get you to come get some gas because nobody was on the road. It was during the quarantine. Nobody was supposed to go anywhere. So finally, for one time in American history, we had the oil companies by the throat instead of the other way around. Every presidency since Hurricane Katrina, George W. Bush has had high gas prices. That's when the gas prices in my state went over $3 a gallon for the first time. Hurricane Katrina, 2005. And they have with every administration after that, including Donald Trump. So, y'all listening to the propaganda that he says, just like, he says a lot of things. But it was only cheaper in 2020 while y'all was stuck in the house. Couldn't work, couldn't come outside, had to wear masks. Some of y'all sick. Many people died. That was the only time that gas was cheap. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Tell me the gas prices. Tell me what the gas prices were in 2017 and 2018. I think you'll see that it wasn't exactly sweet like that. 2020 was his glory year, but that was also the year that he told y'all that COVID was a hoax and that it wasn't really real and that it was just going to magically go away. How'd that work out? I know some of y'all lost some people with that, but y'all maybe y'all thought it was the 5G. It was the 5G network that did it, right? They stopped saying that. I wonder what happened to that. Kevin Sears, what's good? Look it up. You'll see. You'll hate Kamala too. Listen to her policy. I've looked it up, and I don't have any reason to hate her. One thing she didn't do, she didn't send five innocent black men. I'm sorry, black young men, black boys. She didn't send them to jail, to prison, and call for their execution. When they were totally innocent. They're going to be there tomorrow night. All right. Blessed Bastard says, if your taxes go to the government and they pay others to take it to their kids, means others ain't pay. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But let's do this. Because y'all have a lot to say. You can call into this show. This is an interactive show. You can call in. The number to call is area code 31. Let me put it in the comments because I'm not reading all of the comments. I mean, I can't. But what we can do is if you have the balls, you can call in and we can have our debate before the debate. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. 319-527-6199. Let's see who has balls tonight. No Diddy. Who has the balls to call in? Let's see, because, texting and all of that shit. Little comments. That's for cowards. Your little profile picture. That's for cowards. I mean, well, most of y'all don't even have a profile picture. Your little avatar, that's for cowards. Get on the phone. You can call. Have your voice heard. That way, you can get all of your thoughts out. And there's no censorship on this show. No call screeners. You can say whatever you want. I won't interrupt you. I'll let you get your shit off. 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. 319. There we go. We got a caller. We have a caller. All right, let's go. 319. All right. Caller with the last numbers 9270. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Talk to me.
All right. So if you look it up, Kamala Harris actually announced one of her policies was to demilitarize schools. If you look this up,
Hello, are you there?
hello, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead. Talk.
Okay. So her policy would remove all of the resource officers from schools, right? So if there's a school shooter, who's the first one to respond? It's usually the school resource officer in the school. So if you look at Columbine, Colorado, they've got 5 school resource officers there. One of the first places that had mass school shootings. She wants to remove them. You can look this up yourself. Actually part of the speech.
So you said that she wants to demilitarize schools. Do you know what demilitarizing means?
Terminology, yep.
All right.
You can look it up.
But do you know, wait. Do you know what demilitarizing means? Because the cops, because wait.
Police officers from schools, the school resource officers.
Is that what she's talking about?
That's what you're talking about, is school resource officers.
The problem that I have with what you're saying is that you're saying that you said that she wants to demilitarize the schools.
That was her terminology. She said that the school resource officers are like a military, and that they shouldn't have guns in school. They do, but they're also the first line of defense against school shooters.
Okay. So you're saying that she doesn't want policemen in schools.
Exactly.
Okay. And what speech did she say that in? Where'd you hear her say it? Because I remember when Trump was saying, when all of those people were killed in those mass shootings during his administration, he was saying that the teachers should have guns themselves. You think that's a good idea?
I actually do agree with that.
Okay.
I want the teachers to, of course, have the same type of training as you would give other, police and other type of people that would have carried weapons, the people that would actually respond to a shooting situation. So they need to have hostage situations training, right?
Well, let me put it this way. I definitely believe in the Second Amendment, and I definitely believe in self-defense. What I don't think is that everyone having a gun will actually ever do anything to reduce violence, because you're talking about training, and you're talking about school. You're talking about weapons training, and you're talking about schools. And from what I know, nobody goes to college to take education or secondary education as a major and is thinking about having to shoot someone. Now, of course, they're not. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to give you a chance to speak. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is not like other shows. You are not getting cut off. Do not worry. So I don't know anybody who is going to school to become a teacher that is thinking about either shooting or getting shot. Becoming a teacher is supposed to be and is historically one of the safest occupations that people could ever choose. A lot of people think that people become teachers so they won't have to deal with real life. Now you're telling me that teachers should have guns placed in their hands. I don't know, maybe on their hip, maybe in the desk or something like that, where where if they have where if they actually are known to have weapons, what's going to stop certain children who believe in the Second Amendment too, or maybe are being raised in a militaristic way? What's going to stop them from disarming teachers? What's going to stop them from stealing the weapons? What's have we thought ahead?
Justice and teachers are going to be trained on how to properly carry and store a firearm. Now, the firearm doesn't necessarily need to be on the teacher; it can be locked up.
Right. So if the gun is locked up, then when the active shooter comes, will they have enough time to get it? Because active shooters don't normally announce that they're coming. But if everybody is
announced that they're coming, but it's still typically 2 to 7 minutes for the police to arrive.
Okay. Do you think that perhaps it poses a danger if all of the teachers and all of the staff have guns? You know, do you think that it's possible that maybe somebody will get hurt with friendly fire? You think that might be a possibility? Have we thought that far?
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility that there's friendly fire, but the idea is that you're going to reduce the casualties if you can deal with these shooters before the shooters start, gnawing people down.
Okay, so I'm just asking because I live in Philadelphia. I see that you're from 7112, so you're from North Carolina. I know that in my city there are a lot of shooters. Yeah, I mean they are gun crazy here, legal and illegal. There are a lot of murders and stuff like that. And one thing is for sure, more police has not done anything. And the thing about the arguments that I've heard for the Second Amendment is they want to go after, well, before they wanted to go after the people who are registered gun owners. Like, that made sense. Like, who commits crime with a registered firearm? Well, actually some people do, but this is pretty stupid. But
usually they steal the firearm.
Well, the thing is most of the people who have committed mass murders have not been illegal firearm owners. The problem has been the people.
Right. I think Uvalde is probably the only school shooting that was.
That was what?
That the kid actually owned the guns.
No,
pretty much all of them owned the guns.
All of them own the guns. All of them.
Well, legally owned the guns.
Yeah, they all legally own the guns. There were no illegal firearms in any of these mass shootings. They all own the guns legally.
You look at the Georgia. There was just one the other day that was used as dad's gun. That's not legally owning it. The shooter didn't legally own the gun. His dad owned that gun. Okay.
If you talk about it from that standpoint, okay. What I'm saying is they didn't steal the gun. It wasn't serial number scratched off. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying from that standpoint. Now I don't agree that teachers should. I do believe that everybody should be trained in gun safety, but I do know that not everybody wants to handle guns, and I understand that, and I respect that. Firearms make some people really, really nervous. Now, it would be easy for you and I to say that, would you rather shoot or be shot? Well, for some people, they don't process it that way.
I'm not even saying all teachers need to have this or that it needs to be mandatory. It should be an option, though, for teachers to get the training and to have a firearm somewhere, secured, so that if there is a school shooting situation, all right, what's the normal standard of procedure is they basically barricade the door, right? but then you have how much time before someone gets through that door. So you have the firearm ready in case they get through.
Okay. The idea in and of itself sounds okay. I just don't see it playing out very well. I don't see it because people are going to get shot anyway because they're coming in hot. So somebody's going to get killed. Now, maybe the idea behind teachers having firearms is that we can reduce the number. I'm not so sure that it would work that way. You know, I'm just not sure. And if I think that we're actually lucky that anyone even wants to become a teacher now. You know what I'm saying? Because of these mass shootings, especially when you have to deal with certain people saying that this is all street theater and nobody's getting killed. All of this is Democratic propaganda saying that these mass shootings are. You have plenty of people, millions of people who honestly don't even believe that any of these mass shootings have happened. So I'm like, okay, they had funerals. I guess those are all props too.
But you look at, for example, there was a shooting in Perry, Iowa. All right. There was only 2 people shot and died, was a principal and one of the students. So the reason why this happened was because Perry's school resource officer was able to bring down this mass shooter before he started shooting as many people as he would have. I believe there was maybe 4 other people who were shot, but they lived.
Yeah,
not entirely sure on that.
These school shootings.
The school resource officer was there to stop it.
Well, the thing is, if somebody is carrying an assault weapon, especially if it's fully automatic, no police officer is carrying that type of that kind of firearm. And unfortunately, there are plenty of shooters out here that are much better than police officers. Not every police officer is a marksman, unless you're black. I'm sorry, unless the target is black. But anyway, listen, hold on a second. I want you to hold on for a second. I want to make sure that I take this other caller. You don't hang up.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Caller with the last numbers 4496. We're going to get with you in just a second. I just want to welcome everybody to the Daily Go Getimism show. We are talking about who will win the debate tomorrow. You can call into the show 319-527-6199. Press number 1 and that will let me know that you would like to speak. I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. And we can talk about, who's going to win the debate tomorrow. Will Trump have another ace? Will Kamala Harris come through with a joker and trump the ace? I don't know what's going to happen. We will find out for sure tomorrow. But in the meantime, hey, we can chop it up here and debate a little bit amongst ourselves, have a little fun, put through a little conjecture, and maybe spit a few facts. If you'd like to call into the show, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. My name is Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope you feel like real men and women should also. Let's get to it. Caller with the last number is 4496. First of all, hold on. Let me open up your line. It's not. Okay, there we go. 4496. Thank you for holding. Thank you for being patient. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism show. Talk to me. What's on your mind tonight? You ready?
First of all, I'm gonna do a shout out.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. I'm gonna do a shout out to the 015 San Francisco, California.
All right.
All right.
Go 415 San Francisco, California. What's good?
This is where Kamala was based at.
Okay.
Kamala was based over here. And what she did over here, super grimy. Super grimy for all the Broncos and stuff.
Yo, you got to speed it up a little bit,
many black folks?
my dude. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna speed it up. I'm just hearing the echo and stuff.
You hear an echo? Then take me off speaker, and there won't be any echo.
All right,
let's go.
All right. So when she came into a public defender and so, how many black people she had to lock up just for like little crime and so?
Come on. All right.
How much she had to lock them up for?
She locked people up for smoking weed. Okay. All right.
Another thing about that, she ain't from the city. She from PA. She from Palo Alto. She ain't from the city. She is a privileged woman and never ever grew up in the city and stuff. So she don't know what we have to go through. She don't know us other folks here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I'm a Frisco native. 30 plus years over here in Frisco. It's bad enough what we have going doing over here. Bad enough what's going down over there in Oakland and stuff. I don't know if you know anything about the mayor going out there in Oakland and stuff. Well, tell me why there's so many of that one party getting raided by the FBI with all the shadiness and stuff. I'm ready for this woman to get pulled up. It's like, I used to care much about getting Hillary locked up. Now I'm caring more about Kamala getting locked up and stuff. A lot of my brothers and sisters got locked up because of bullshit.
They got locked up because of what?
That was straight gutter and stuff.
Wait. They got locked up because of what?
Bag of weed.
Okay. Was weed?
They weren't selling. They weren't pushing.
Wait.
They weren't pushing.
What was weed legal or was it illegal?
It was legal.
It was legal? How do you get locked up for something that's legal?
Yeah.
How do you get locked up for something that's legal?
Kamala's the one that pushed the envelope. She's the one that pushed the envelope.
Listen, please just answer my question. How do you get arrested for something that's legal? How does that happen? How does that work?
Kamala was in office. She did that thing. She was like the way. So the thing about Kamala, she never grew up. She never graduated from law school.
What?
She never had an education before law school.
Oh yeah, she didn't go to Howard University.
When she went to law school. What score was it? What score was it? 87.
Howard.
Somewhere in the 80s.
She didn't graduate from Howard University?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Nope.
Oh, okay. A lot of pictures of her there. They kind of have a diploma.
When she came over here, like she was like when she came over here in the city, she was like, I'm gonna tell you honest.
Listen,
in the city, San Francisco, everybody is best friend with each other. If you hate them, they will throw you on the bus.
Who's
if
on?
You like them? They'll keep you in the bus. And Kamala, she was in the bus. She was over there with Willie Brown. I'll say one thing. Willie Brown did a good job. He did a good job with the homeless in the city. But he did a horrible job bringing business in the city.
Okay, so I just need you to get your thoughts together a little bit, because you know you're saying that she got people locked up for weed, but weed was legal, and I asked you directly, how do you get locked up for a legal substance? And you didn't answer that. I just want to know how that works because I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, there's a certain amount you can carry.
Okay.
You can carry a certain amount with you until like you carry the amount. That's when looking like it, you're just disputing it. But over here in Cali, shit, everybody like burns heavy and so. But once you see that bag over there, you all of a sudden like just like look it up. It's like, oh, you selling? Like, oh, I ain't selling yourself because I ain't got no debt on me. I ain't got no. It's just all about just like hooking up in court.
Okay. All right. So you're obviously not a Kamala Harris fan, right? Huh?
No, like ever since she did this thing in the city wrong, I've never been a fan of hers.
Okay.
I'll be every other fan of that party besides her.
All right. So you're going? Are you going to vote for Trump or Kamala Harris? Who are you voting for?
Man, I would. So, luckily for me, in California, we still have RFK Jr. on the board. Even though he endorsed Trump, even though he went with Trump and stuff, but still in battle with his, still in battle in California. I got to vote for him. So, you got to understand, it has to be a third party over here. You can't just be over here one side and another side. So, you have to be like over in the medium.
So let me get this straight. Even though RFK dropped out of the race and endorsed Trump, you're going to vote for him anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's a free country. It's a free country. It's a free country. Okay, but
he's more independent than both too.
But what are the chances? What are the chances of him?
Why should there be two parties?
There are more than two parties. There's the independent party, and you actually have more parties than that. Huh? You have the independent party, the libertarian party. You have other parties. There are other parties. But hold on. I don't want to get too far off the topic. Who do you think is going to win the debate tomorrow? How about that? Come on, man.
I don't care who's going to win the debate tomorrow. It's going to be a concert tomorrow. And the day's going to be a concert tomorrow.
It's going to be a concert? All right, I hear you.
You already have somebody over there debating the presidential. You already have somebody debating the presidential. You chop them up. And then you have over here somebody that was 28% to be a presidential for the DNC.
All right.
And you telling me, you know what? It's going to be a clown show. Like, to me, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to laugh at it. Because I know both sides ain't going to be true about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to wake up the next day, my paycheck's still going to be the same.
Well, that's true. That's true. But when you start talking about the president of the United States, local politics are the most important thing, because those local politics definitely affect you directly. But when you start talking about national politics, like the president of the United States, you're talking about certain policies that are in place that all states have to follow, and you're talking about certain ways of life, constitutional ways, that may either be followed or violated. So I think that there are some safety concerns that you have to consider. I consider Trump to be a very dangerous person. Honestly, he seems unhinged to me. He's a regular. He has very little respect for tradition and rules. And I think that's the reason that a lot of people like him. People like people who cheat. People who like people who sort of throw their weight around and break the rules until it affects them. until it affects them. You know what I'm saying? So, like the things
don't vote off emotion and so.
Well, besides emotion, I'm just talking
like what policy works best for you.
Well, I'm just talking about the candidates themselves. I'm talking about the candidates themselves. So, you know, like depending on the trajectory of your personality and your culture, you may see somebody, okay, like to many people, Robin Hood, for example, was a hero. He stole from the rich and gave to the poor, right? Of course he's going to be a hero. From the rich, it's like, hold on, slow down. Hold on, slow down, Pa, slow down, chill.
It's a paradox. It's a paradox to them.
Chill.
I'm chilling right now. I'm smiling.
All right. So check it out. Like I said, to the poor, he was a hero. Robin Hood was a hero. To people who had worked hard, planned this shit out, and probably employed people in order to get rich, he wasn't a hero. So when you're one of those people who are poor and don't work, and somebody is giving you something that was stolen, you might look at them as a hero. But if you're a person that lost their job because the person who stole from the rich bankrupt the company that you were working for, and now you are out of a job too, and you're not getting some of that Robin Hood money, you know, it might change the way you look at, you know, like who a hero is. So I mean, it's different.
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Let me ask you something. There's two nicknames. There's two nicknames that add into the city that I'm from. It was never added into the city I grew up in. You know those two nicknames that is nationwide.
All right, what's up?
You don't know?
No, I don't know. I do not know.
One, I'm gonna give you a little breakdown.
No, right. Just tell me. We ain't got time for all of that. City. Just tell me.
Still City. And everybody goes over there and rob the store because they know to get anything under $1,000, they are a victim.
Yo, man, if you don't go somewhere with that Republican propaganda bullshit, if I steal something for $800, I'm going to jail, and I know it for a fact. So I don't know where they got that bullshit. Anything over $1,000 is grand theft. That's just grand theft. You still get arrested over petty theft. You still get arrested over petty larceny. Come on, man, don't let them tell you that dumb shit.
Bro, you ain't from the city. You ain't from the city.
Okay.
You ain't witnessed this shit.
All right, then all right. So let me ask you this. So why don't you just go steal? Why haven't tomorrow or maybe even tonight? Because y'all 3 hours behind us.
Because I have a good at a job.
Well, so what? So what? Shit, you don't want no extra money?
Morale.
If I could get away with stealing anything under $1,000, morality. But you wait a minute. So it's about morality now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Run that thing in front of me. All
right. Wait. Since it's about morality,
you want another store, but behind you.
So your morality wants you to, but you want to smoke weed and shit?
I don't smoke weed, man.
Oh, but you
5 years clear.
Oh, but you pissed off.
I don't smoke weed, man.
But all right, so I don't
smoke weed.
Did you used to smoke weed? All right, look.
Yeah, that's what it was 5 years old at that point.
Because and the reason I thought that you smoked weed is because you were upset. You were upset that Kamala Harris prosecuted people that had large amounts of weed on them, right?
Nah, man.
Come on, man. Come on. You're doing too much. Listen.
Everybody in the hood over here smoke weed and shit. What you mean? Like, come on.
Everybody does not smoke weed, my dude.
Hang up.
Everybody does not smoke weed anywhere. Anywhere in the whole world. Not everybody. I'm from the hood too.
In the hood?
I'm from the hood too. Everybody don't smoke weed.
You're trying to get away from something.
Listen.
You're trying to get away from something.
Okay. All right.
You're on the one or the other.
So everybody in the hood smokes weed, but you don't anymore, right?
Yep.
All right. Good shit. Listen, man, I want to thank you for calling in, man. Good looking out. I appreciate you following the channel. You know what I mean? Holler back anytime. All right?
Yeah. I appreciate the conversation, you know.
No doubt. Good shit.
I appreciate the conversation. There was no debate. It was just good. It was just good talking, man.
What? No question, man. Call back anytime.
His point.
Call back anytime. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna drop a dono.
That's what's up. Appreciate that. Have a good night. Good shit. No doubt. Little off kilter, but I ain't mad at it. All right. Okay. Y'all got so many comments. It's hard for me to get into them. But listen, we're talking about who's going to win the debate tomorrow. So y'all in the chat, I can't, I don't know everything that's going on. Set them up. Good looking out with the super chat. Hold on, I got something. You giving out super chats? Oh, wait a minute, my G. This is what we do. This is what we do when you give out super chats. I got something for you. I said, thank you. 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 Appreciate you. Good looking out, my dude. Good looking out. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it exponentially. No kidding around. No bullshit. Thank you so much. Now listen, who's going to win the debate tomorrow? What's the general consensus? I know we got a lot of Trumpers in here. Maybe we have some Kamala Harris people up in here. You know how it goes. But who has the kahunas? Who has the right stuff tomorrow? People say that Kamala can't debate live. I've heard some of that being said. I don't know how can you be a prosecutor but can't debate live? Do you know what a prosecutor does? Does anybody within the sound of my voice understand what a prosecutor does? And she was very successful. She was extremely successful. A says not on Fox. Yeah, it's not on Fox. It's on ABC. But even if it was on Fox, I wish it was on Fox, really. Because I want everybody to see how Fox caters to Donald Trump. But even though they can't cater to him the way that they used to, because they got sued for all of that money, $750 million, over that, stop the steal shit. They allowed him to keep saying that shit. And they was pushing that narrative, and they had to pay $750 million. Haley Fawn, what's good? They say, I'm going to win that debate, my friend. That's what's up. High Vibe says she doesn't know anything about the country. Oh, yeah? But she's vice president and a senator. I don't know, man. Sometimes it seems like y'all just be throwing shit out there. Like, maybe some of us don't know anything about the country. Maybe. She declined to debate on Fox. Shit, I don't blame her. Fuck Fox. Yeah, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Regiment 65 says they don't call her heels up Harris for nothing. More propaganda. Did you fuck her? That's my question. Like, you know what I mean? If she, would they say she screwed her way to the top? I'm like, well, did y'all get some? Because the hoes I know, I could have. I mean, you got Donald Trump paying for pussy, and you say you got Kamala Harris giving up the pussy. Donald Trump had to pay money because he paid for some pussy. He say he didn't pay. He say he didn't get the pussy. He lying. He lying. He. Everything good, man. Everything good. Slum Tiger, Harris, America. Okay, hot vibes. Okay, Kevin Sears. She was debarred. No, she wasn't. If y'all don't go here with that crazy shit, y'all just be saying shit. She was debarred. Man, they would be all over that shit. They wouldn't be talking about nothing else if she got debarred. You know who got debarred? I'll tell you who got debarred. That dumbass Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani definitely got disbarred. Because that's the word, is actually disbarred, not debarred. But it's all good, man. You know what I mean? We just busting it up. Exemus, I'm sorry, what's that? Exemless 008. I don't see how she could win. Her debate team don't look strong. Well, we're gonna see. One thing I would never say is that it's going to be a slam dunk against somebody like Donald Trump, because he's so slippery and he's so unpredictable. Like, you don't know. He's actually predictably unpredictable. You know he going to do some fuck shit. You know it because he plays to the crowd. You just don't know what he's going to do. Like, he might come in the debate and jump over 10 cars with a motorcycle like Evel Knievel. You don't know what Trump is going to do. He might bring Hulk Hogan with him. You want me to body slam? You want me to body slam Kamala Harris? Hulk Hogan, bitch ass Hulk Hogan. You want me to body slam Kamala Harris? That's where we are these days. That's what we're working with. It's amazing. Donna Michelle Stensland says she is not black if, according to a more precise study conducted by the local University of the West Indies, Jamaica's population is more accurately 76.3% African descent or black, 15.1% Afro-European. Well, what if I told you that Jamaicans, Barbadians, Bahamians, the Virgin Islands, U.S. and British, Bermudians, and American blacks are not from Africa? What if I told you that? What if I told you that we are descendants of slaves, but we're not from Africa? What if I told you that the Middle Passage never really happened the way that they say that it did? What if I told you that there were no boats, there were no ships, there was no such thing as a slave ship that could make it from the shores of Africa to the shores of the Americas? What if I told you that? What if I told you that trek, remember, there were no motors, there was no electricity. What if I told you that there's no way that they could refrigerate food and keep people lined up like sardines at the bellies of ships. There's no way that any of them would have survived that voyage because it was over a month long. And a non-motorized, do you know how long you see anybody who has ever flew to Africa or Asia, you see how long it takes just to fly there. And that's at 500 miles per hour or more. Do you know how long it would take there to get there by sail? By sail. You ever been on a sailboat? I have. Pretty slow. Pretty fucking slow. It would have taken them damn near 2 months to get there. How did they store their food? There's no refrigeration. How did they store food? What are you saying? They fished? They fished in the ocean and that's how they fed everybody? Oh, yeah. So you got 300, supposedly 300 Africans at the belly of slave ships. They all ate fish, huh? While they slept and were rubbing elbows with each other, arm to arm, leg to leg, ass to ass, in their feces and their urine and their sickness and all of that. And of course, they must have gone during the warmer months, because doing that shit in the wintertime. And yeah, well, anyway, my point is, in the black community, now I'm talking to my white people now. In the black community, it ain't hard to be black. Since this Kamala Harris shit came up, with Trump saying that she's not black. She's not black. She's not black. First she was Indian and now she's black. Like he gives a fuck. My thing is, anybody who has ever grown up in the hood or in the black community, period, knows that we let anybody be black. Anybody. We go by the one drop rule. So, if your parents are mixed, you're mulatto, you still black. Because you can't be white. Black people can't be white. That's what we can't do. We can do a whole lot of shit. We can run, jump, shoot, study, accomplish shit, become kings, but we can't be white. Much to the chagrin of a lot of black people. So saying that Kamala Harris is not black is fucking ridiculous, especially when she's not as light as some of the red bones or high yellows or, some of the light skinned girls that I know and that I grew up with, went to school with and all of that kind of shit. So you mean to tell me they're black, but Kamala Harris, who is browner than them, darker than them, can't be black? Oh, because she has Indian descent. Well, have any of you seen the darker Indians? Because I seen her dad, and he ain't Indian looking to me. He's very, very black. But, I'm like, okay, because my people are very easily manipulated. I'm like, oh, so it matters whether she's 100% black or not now. Really? Okay. Well, I see a pattern here because first, Donald Trump was the one who came up with the whole birther thing with Barack Obama. Remember? He was the one the whole said that he had the birth certificate and he was ready to show the birth certificate because he knew for a fact that he wasn't born that Obama wasn't born in the United States and that he didn't go to Columbia University because nobody knew him. He never presented any of this shit. He's full of shit. He's always talking about what he's going to do, and he doesn't do it. One person debated me about, oh yeah, he's gonna reduce all of our taxes. As a matter of fact, he's gonna eliminate our taxes. I remember he said that in 2015, 2016. Y'all remember? I do. He said, quote unquote, and what I'm going to say that he said, he put his signature on it. He said, the IRS is a hoax and we're going to get rid of it. We're going to get rid of the whole thing because he's always talking about what he's going to get rid of. We get those. We're going to get all of. I'm going to drain the swamp. Get everybody out of there. Immigrants, get them out of there. IRS, get them out of there. He said that the IRS was a hoax and that he was going to get rid of it. And it kills me how they don't call him on that shit. Democrat and Republican. I'm like, that's what he said. Well, what did he do? What did he say versus what he did? He certainly didn't eliminate the IRS. That's what he didn't do. What he did do was give all of the rich a tax break and kept taxing, overtaxing y'all poor and middle class motherfuckers. That's what he did. But he said that it was a hoax. The IRS was a hoax and he was going to get rid of the system. Now he's saying he's going to do it again. Getting rid of taxes altogether. But now he's talking about tariffs. By the way, he doesn't really know. From what he says, he doesn't seem to understand how tariffs work. But he's about to find out. If he gets elected, he'll find out. Yeah, Eximus says, just saw pictures of her dad. LOL, he's definitely black. He Caribbean black. Yeah, I mean, he's black. Johnny, Shapula says, I'm done with this clown. He's getting paid by the Harris campaign. Oh yeah, that's right. So with my 55 active viewers here, yeah, I'm worth money. I'm getting paid. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let's get a word from our sponsor. Damn, you know what I didn't do? Shit, I didn't put my shit on. Fuck. You know what I mean? I'm over here. I didn't put my uniform on. I messed around and made me forget to put on my uni. And we almost done. Let me put my shit on. There you go. Now I'm good. Let me put yours on you. I'm not even going to have y'all. It's too late. I ain't going to have y'all choose. Let me put you up. Yeah, put your... Okay. Y'all looking good. Let me show you a picture of yourselves. This is a good look. Well, looky here. You guys look great. You look wonderful, stupendous, handsome, debonair, suave, pretty, beautiful, lovely, sweet, gorgeous. You go. All of y'all looking fly. Oh my God. Go get it. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. You're looking great. More than great. Super spectacular. Good shit. Now we ready. No wonder I wasn't spitting that good shit. I didn't have my uniform on. Here I am at work. And I didn't have my uniform on. And crap. My chat went out. Okay, Jet says you ignore my comment to answer Clown's comment because my comment has substance. I didn't see, motherfucker. You know how fast this damn chat is going. I didn't see your comment, but you know what? Just for you, since you want to be a crybaby, I'm going to find your comment and read it. It says everything was cheaper when Trump was in president. Oh yeah. Well, we did talk about this earlier in the show. So what was cheaper when Trump was president? Because he was president up until 2021. He came in 2017 and he was president until 2021. So maybe you're talking about gas. And you're talking about gas in 2020 when the whole country was in a shutdown and we finally had the oil companies in a stronghold. They normally have us in a stronghold. We finally had them in a chokehold. To whereas since we couldn't be out there driving, there was curfews and all that kind of shit. So they weren't going to sell any gas. So they made it stupid cheap. Are you talking about then? Because other than that, it was over $3 a gallon, just like now. And that's a fact. So, I mean, if you don't believe me, look how much gas cost in 2018, 2019. Look it up. Look it up. Because this fantasy world that everything, and you know what, when you say that, and I hope I'm responding to your substantive comment. I mean, you know, because that's what you wanted me to read, right? All right, we good? We good? All right, we cool? Okay. Things were cheaper in the 80s than they were now, too. You know what wasn't cheaper in the 80s? Polo. Same fucking price. Economy-wise, Polo is cheaper now than it was in the 80s. This same shirt would have cost me about $80 in the 80s. I know, because I had one or some. I can get this for about 100 and something, you know, now. So, you know, but everything goes up. Now, I know that it has hit our bank accounts and our wallets hard for gas, for food, for rent and things like that. But you also have to look at some things that can be controlled and some things that can't be controlled. You know, if we talk about the government raising prices and things like that, everything went up after the pandemic. But most of the things that went up are private enterprise. The government, particularly the president, does not control how much gas costs. It just doesn't. I know that nobody wants to believe that shit, but those who understand it, understand it. The president can't do shit about the price of oil because it's private business and he has no business in it. There's nothing he can do about it. Guess what? He can't do it with food prices either. It's just a fact. But let me give y'all for any of y'all who have ever hustled on the street, you know, sold a little something, did a little something, or some of you who have had businesses before. If you have a product that's selling well and something happens to increase the demand of that product, does the product stay the same or does the price of the product stay the same or does it increase with the demand? Just a simple business question. Nobody has to take quantitative business analysis. No, nobody has to do that. When you increase the demand of a product that you have little of, does the price stay the same or does it go up or does it lower? Just asking. Because when you think about gas and food and rent and all of those kinds of shits, one thing about all of those industries is that they all took a hit during the pandemic. And all of those industries were able to raise their prices. Rent in 2020 was non-existent. Remember, no landlords could evict any tenants during the pandemic. Do y'all remember that? I remember it. Why? Because I own property. You couldn't evict tenants. So until the pandemic was officially over, you just had to be broke because you couldn't collect rent from people who weren't paying it. So hopefully your tenants were paying because of their moral character. Other than that, there was nothing you could do about it. So rents went up, mortgages went up, all of that shit went up during the pandemic. Now, once the price of your products go up, you get used to a certain lifestyle. It would be just like if you got a better job and you were making more money than you had ever made before. Are you going to take a lower paying job? Some people might say, yeah, I'll take a lower paying job if it gives me more, I don't know, mental stability, peace, maybe location, whatever. But just dollar for dollar, you're not going to take a lower paying job. If you're making $100,000 a year and that's the highest you've ever made, it's not going to be easy for you to go back down to making $70,000 a year. $70,000 a year may be a decent salary in your neck of the woods, but you were making $100,000. So you were able, if you were living on the standards of $70,000, that means you were able to bank $30,000. So going back down to $70,000 as a salary isn't going to be sufficient for you. Same thing with the prices of food. They know you got to buy the food anyway. They ain't lowering the price of food. It ain't going back down. And I can guarantee you, here we are 3 years removed from the pandemic. If you say that the pandemic ended in 2021, I think it did. Maybe you say 2022, but I think it ended in 2021. So they got fat. The prices were high, and they ain't trying to lower them prices. For what? You're still gonna pay. Look at Uber and Lyft. Have they suffered? Everybody talking about they broke, but they still Ubering and Lyfting and Uber eating and door dashing. That adds more cost to the price of the food that you ordered. I don't see them talking about bankruptcy. JM says, damn, those bees big as fuck. I don't know if when you came in, but you got them on too, my dude. Let me show you the picture. Show you a picture, son. Show you a picture. You know what I mean? See, this is me. This is you. Look, you got on that fly shit. These are cow bones. Genuine cow bones. These are not beads. These are cow bones, baby. The cow bones, baby. The cow bones, baby. Okay. So, yeah, if in business, you're not looking to ever lower the prices of your product unless this is the one thing that will make you or force you to lower your prices. If your competition is lowering their prices, then in order for you to compete and keep your customers, now you have to go lower than him. Now, what if all of you collude, conspire, or join forces with each other and say, nah, nobody lower their prices lower than this. We're going to keep going up because now we eating ridiculously. Everybody got to eat and drink water. Everybody has to eat and drink water. So we don't have to lower our prices. So as long as you don't as long as you don't fuck up the game and lower your prices so much that I have to lower mine, we're good. So me and you, we can compete, but it'll only be like this. And so sometimes you're higher, sometimes I'm higher. But as long as we don't do like this, we good because we got them. We got them. And that's what happens. That's what happened with the food industry. That's what happened with the gas. The oil companies has been fucking us for how long? Remember during George W. Bush era and all of that. What's the terror color for the day? Remember it would be orange. Terror alert is in orange, brown, red. Remember that shit? I remember it. I remember that shit. And that was the reason at the time that they were saying that the prices of oil was going up. So the prices of crude oil, the barrels of crude oil were being affected by them thinking that there was a terror threat and that they could lose money. You remember that shit? I remember that shit. It was crazy. It was ugly. But that was the reason that they kept the prices above $3 a gallon. And it went down for a little while during the Obama administration, I remember. But it did like this. It did like this. The oil companies, they don't compete with each other. They all in it together. And I think the food industry is all in it together too. Of course, the real estate companies, they're not in it together, but they like all of this gentrification that's happening. And the gentrification is not just white people moving into black neighborhoods or black people moving into white neighborhoods. It's people from other cities who don't know that the rent is excessive for the natives of another city. So they come in and they're more than willing to pay the high rent. So they're driving up the prices because they don't know that we're not used to the high rent prices. So now you got to get used to high rent prices. Now, the other thing with the housing industry is, people are complaining that, it's hard to buy a house now. Houses cost so much money. Yeah, and that's a big problem for the buyer. Guess who is not a good problem for? I mean, not a bad problem for the seller. The seller is reaping the rewards of this great economy. Real shit. That's not even on some Democrat shit. One of the reasons that everybody isn't bitching about the housing industry is because the sellers are getting rich because their property values have skyrocketed. And so they can actually charge this much in order to sell their houses. And they're getting it. They're getting it. The boycotting works. If you stop buying shit, then shit has to get sold at a lower price. Has anybody stopped buying houses? Has anybody stopped renting houses? Has anybody stopped buying food? Has anybody decided to get a motorized scooter or something like that instead of a car? Are big SUVs no longer being sold? All of this shit is still going on. So how do you expect to get cheaper prices? You think that the government is going to take care of that for you? Like they ain't a money machine themselves. Come on, man. Come on, we got to wisen up. Kevin Sears says, Google Images, wind turbine, great graveyard. The green energy isn't green. Oh, you talking about Trump with the whole windmill shit. Okay. Stewart says, companies like BlackRock, Vanguard are a big real estate problem. Okay. Haley Fawn says, yep. Flip side is crashing out. All right. Straight tweaking. It's slowed down. It's slowed down for sure. All right. Listen, man, I'm sorry. Normally I would read all of the comments or at least give everybody a shout out. I'm going to try to do that. Sturm Tiger, Condres 27, Stuart Stigler, Haley, Flipside, Kevin Sears, Genki. Yeah, Genki, good comment there. Prices go up if people buy it. Don't buy a $10 coffee and the price has to go down. Exactly. But it's Starbucks going out of business? How's Dunkin' Donuts doing? Shit is crazy. Eximus 008, Cheryl Halsey, POA FM. Even if y'all diss me, I'm still giving you a shout out. JM. Who else? Ace, Carol Payton, L Jr., High Vibes, Jeffrey Hunt, Slumdog Millionaire. Let me see. Vivian Ray. All right. Listen, I just want to thank all y'all for coming through. We're about to get up out of here pretty soon. But so what's the general consensus? Who's going to win this debate tomorrow? You know what I mean? Who's going to win it? Who's going to win the debate? Do you think that there'll be a clear winner? Will it be like, well, I think this person won, or I think that person won. Hold on, what we doing here? What we doing? Wait a minute, hold on. Somehow we got cut off on the phones. Let me get that back intact. Let me get that back. Hold on now. What we got? All right, let me see. What we got? What we got? I don't know, something. I don't know. Looks like Blog Talk is crashing out. So it looks like we won't be able to take any more calls. Sorry about that for anybody who gave a shit. Stuart says, "Oh, there's definitely going to be a clear whiner, or did you really mean winner?" Yo, do me a favor, yo. Please hit the like button. Please share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feel like, okay, there we go.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show,
that took a long time. All right. So turns out y'all can call in. If y'all still want to call in for the last few minutes, 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. No censorship on this show. No censorship on this channel whatsoever. I know YouTube censors, but I don't. You can say whatever you want. So they may not let you write whatever you want to in the chat, but you can say whatever you want to on that phone. So that's how we getting down. 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. All right, so there's going to be a clear-cut winner. Who gonna win it? Who gonna win it? Booger says, personally, I think I'm going to win the debate. I'm just built different. Cool. I hope to see you on stage. All right. Ace, thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Josh HC. Trump. I don't know, man. Like I said, Trump is predictably unpredictable, so you never know exactly what he's going to say. You may not even know what he's going to do, but you know he's always going to put on a show, no doubt. Will she be able to keep from letting him rattle her? Will she be able to be able to clearly and concisely keep her focus so she can answer questions clearly? Will one person look like they are upset or unhinged? Or no, I don't want to say unhinged. I want to say pretty much when somebody throws you off of your game. You know what I mean? Breaks your concentration. You know, sometimes when some people are interrupted when they speak, if they keep getting interrupted, then it's hard for them to maintain a thought. You know, things like that can happen. I see that we all have a caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers. This is going to be the last caller because we got to get on up out of here. Caller with the last numbers 80849. Wait a minute. Okay, 0849. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Yo, what's good, my boy? This is Haley Fawn. I just wanted to say what
What's going on, man? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you.
Yo, I fuck with your show. That shit go hard.
I know, man. You always coming through. I appreciate that shit. So what's good?
Yes, sir. Well, that's about it, man. I was just about to go to bed. Just wanted to see if I can get lucky enough to pull up and just talk to you.
That's what's up, man. But who do you think is going to win that debate tomorrow? Who's going to win?
I can't answer that. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, you don't follow politics like that?
Yeah, plus I don't want to jinx nothing, because what if Ye wins? What if Kanye wins? Oh my God. We're going to get free Yeezy merch.
You said, what if Kanye wins? Is he running again? I thought he... Yo.
No, he's not. I was just playing.
Well,
I'm about to go to bed, but yo, shout out from Arizona, dude.
Well, good looking, man. Shout out to Arizona. You know what I mean? Stay hot and dry. Hot and dry.
Yes, sir. All right, baby. Much love, my boy. Have a good night.
All right, man. Peace. A shout is what a shout does. Appreciate my man Haley Fawn. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate it. It's always good to be able to put a voice with some of the people who come to the show regularly. I appreciate y'all, man. I mean, hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I know I pissed some people off. Ain't no reason to really be mad. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not even a Kamala Harris fan, to be honest with you. It's just that I'm such a hater of Donald Trump that I wouldn't give a shit if he was running against Elmo and the Muppets. I would vote for Elmo. He could be running against Big Bird and Ernie, Telly, Oscar. He could be running against Charlie Brown, Linus, Lucy, Schroeder. He could be running against Bugs Bunny, Woody Woodpecker, the Coyote, Roadrunner, Daffy Duck. He could be running up against, I don't know, Adamant, Ultraman, one of those Power Ranger motherfuckers. Do they even talk? Anybody. Trump gotta go. I understand that a lot of people love him. That motherfucker dangerous. He dangerous as shit. All right. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We'll see tomorrow, and in less than 24 hours, we'll see. We're gonna see what they have. I'm curious to see what effect that's going to have on the polls. And what effect do the polls have on the election for real? Because those polls don't normally have a lot of people that they've polled. Like if you look down the bottom, the little writing down the bottom, whenever they show poll numbers, you'll see that they didn't interview a lot of people. They didn't get a lot of people to participate. It's a control group. So you might see sometimes under 1,000 people. It might be 800 and something people. Sometimes it's 1,500 people. I think the most I've ever seen in any individual poll was like maybe 3,000 people. Maybe. It's probably more in the 2000s or whatever. But it's normally not a lot of people. So we're supposed to project that those little bit of people are representative of those who weren't polled. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. We're going to see. It's going to be a show tomorrow. This may be the most highly televised or should I say most viewed debates that we've seen historically. Could be. Not sure, but it could be. We're going to find out. And when we find out tomorrow night, Yeah, I'll be right back here. Like, let's see what happened. Let's see what the roundup was. Let's see what the synopsis was. Not synopsis. Let's see what the tally was. What's the general census? What's the general census of who won? We'll know that tomorrow. Darlene says he didn't open the border. Kevin Sears says usually they poll under 1,000, and it's frequently one area like downtown. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't put a lot of stock into the polls because it's really just a propaganda tool. It really is. You're like, you don't know. I don't know how this shit affects. Trump was down in all the polls. Hillary was up in all the polls in 2016. How'd that turn out? I believe that Trump was up in all of the polls in 2020. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but I believe he was. How'd that turn out? It goes the way it goes. Locatina, what's good? Yeah, you got here late. We're about to be out, but I appreciate you coming through. Darlene says, don't worry. We will take good care of you when Trump wins. We have a special box of tissue just for you. We love you, dear. I mean, I ain't going to be crying over this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, whatever. I mean, he has the power to affect everybody. Oh, the thing I'm going to hate most if Trump wins is having to see this motherfucker on TV day after day after day. That was the thing I hated about his presidency. This is the most televised president. I do not want to see that man day in and day out, all day. He used to set the news when he was on Twitter. He would set the news cycle for the day, and you had to see this motherfucker all day. I don't know. I never saw Michael Jordan all day. I never saw Michael Jackson all day. I never saw who Tom Brady. I never saw anybody all day except for Donald Trump. And I used to be wondering to myself, when does he do the work of a president? Because it's a very, very intensive job. When does he president? When does he run the country? When? How? Yeah, presidents are supposed to keep us informed, but actually they're not. That's not their job. You got that wrong, actually. That's not the job of the president. And it's not his job to talk about ratings all the time and to be in front of a camera all of the time. That's not his job. He got you used to it, but that's not his job. Not at all. Very unorthodox. Marvo Savannah says, so nothing but the media we all hate, not the characters they create. Okay. Kevin says, Genki, 25th Amendment makes her president November 4th. Genki says, like I said, a woman is never winning president. That's a concern for me because that's actually a legitimate statement. I wonder. Well, but Hillary got more votes than Trump. She just did. She won the popular vote. She won that. So and a lot of people hated Hillary. So we'll see. What time is the debate tomorrow? I believe it's normally at 8 or 9 o'clock. So they normally start the debate prep at about 8 Eastern Standard Time and run it and actually get started 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's normally how it goes. So we'll see. We'll see. Yankee says, never had, never will. Well, black man had never been president either. How'd that go? Be More Radio says he's a Democrat lover. So are y'all Republican lovers or MAGA lovers? Because I don't love any politician. I don't know them motherfuckers. The only people I love are people that I know. Scout's honor. Swear to God, I do not love anybody who I do not know personally. So if you've never felt my skin, been standing in front of me, blocked my vision, there's no love. I don't love things. I love people. There's never been a thing that I love, not even a car, and I love cars. Oh, it slipped out. All right. Be More Radio says no plantation life here. What do you know about plantations? You know what I mean? What do you know about that? I love when people bring up slavery because I know they don't know shit about it. It's like one of my favorite subjects because I'm a historian, so I like really know this shit. So Kevin Sears says if we put in Kim Reynolds, we'd have a female president easily. She doesn't run for it though. Iowa isn't letting you have her. Interesting. Darlene says American Michigan Patriot. Michigan? Trump ain't winning Michigan. You know goddamn well that's a Democratic state like a motherfucker. He ain't winning no Michigan. Dog. He ain't winning no. Trump ain't winning Michigan. But I see you. So he's Josh says it's 6 p.m. Pacific time, so that's 9 o'clock. Okay, so that's about right. That sounds about right. JG says, good thing we don't vote based on majority rule because we've had a lot of emotion. So we shouldn't vote based on the majority. Yeah, that makes sense. Because more people want a candidate, we shouldn't do it that way. Yeah. You know, Republicans would never win an election if it was all up to the popular vote. They never win the popular vote. They have never won. They don't win that shit. JG says, you can't acknowledge one race without the other. You sure? All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 9th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Wait, no. Number one out the box. Comfort Owale. Happy birthday to you. And also, Danita Simpkins. Happy birthday to you. And Artisha Silhouette Prez Jackson, happy birthday to you. And Akande Bami Sola, happy birthday to you. And Delnita Cherie, happy birthday. And Caitlin Kate, happy birthday. And last but not least, my girl Crystal Taylor. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 9th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, somebody's got to win the debate tomorrow. Somebody's going to leave happy. Maybe the other one has sorrow. I'm not really sure. One can win. It's a 50% chance. But I know that we in a trance. I know some people like the girl. Some people like the man. I'm not sure where each and one of you stand. But I stand doing biz. You know what time it is. We going to get into this thing. But not like kids. We're going to have to stop voting from the heart. Maybe vote from the mind. But we might find that the sun always shines. Yeah, just like the one in my back. We going to put this country under attack. That's what they said with the January 6th shit. That shit kind of worked. And a lot of people got hurt. That might be a subject tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to see what's up. For real. Yup. It's going down. Maybe it's going up. Maybe we put some juice in the cup, pull out a little yak for my friends who ain't here no more. Got a lot of crazy shit in store. We'll be back tomorrow and not at 4, at 1 a.m. Eastern time, my friend. So come through, hit the like button, subscribe to this motherfucker all of a sudden. Joe Budden, no, not the podcast, but we make sure that we make the mod last. Everything is going to be all right. We keep the game tight and make sure everybody gets treated right. And the night goes on and on until the day. And I'm going to still do my shit in the same way. That please God, make sure I please my mom, make sure I please my dad, make sure I please the time, not the Uncle Tom time that is on the watch. Make sure that we clock, make sure to turn it up a notch. All right, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another daily go-get-emism show, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come through. Please make sure you come through because I would love to see you. And it's going down. Stuart Stickler says, I'm out. See you tomorrow. That's what's up. Locatina, darling. Darlene, like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks. Listen, hold on. Just before y'all go, since y'all subscribe, let me give you a little something. Let me. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for all the new subscribers. And even if you hate the God, still appreciate you. Oh, I can take off my uniform. Time for me to clock out. My day is done. Let me take your uniform off of you. Blog Talk, we out of here. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for coming through. Holla back. Peace.